apprentice rises from indentious reach. Strong his arm and keen his senses, he's a pirate now.
Here's the law to treasures, treasures, treasures out of these indentures.
22 now he's rising, and alone he's fit to fly, which were meant a signalizing with unusual reply.
Here's the law to treasures, treasures, treasures out of these indentures. Pour aboard the pirate ship, fill the pirate boat, and to make us more than merry, let the pirate bumper pass.
Yes, Frederick, from today you rank as a full-blown member of our band.
Hurrah!
My friends, I thank you all for your kindly wishes. Would that I could repay them as they deserve.
What do you mean?
Today, I am out of my intentions, and today, I leave you forever.
Well, this is quite unaccountable. A keener-handed sculling a canarder, or cutting up a white star never shipped a handspike.
Yes, I have done my best for you. And why? It was my duty under my intentions, and I am the slave of duty. As a child, I was regularly apprenticed to your band. It was through an error. No matter, the mistake was ours, not yours, and I was in honor bound by it.
An error? What error?
I may not tell you. It would reflect upon my well-loved Ruth.
Nay, dear master, my mind has long been gnawed by the cankering tooth of mystery. But to have it out at once. When Frederick was a little lad, he proved so brave and daring. His father thought he'd apprentice him to a career seafaring. I was, alas, his nursery maid, and so it fell to my lot to take and buy the promising my apprentice to a pilot. A life not bad for a hearty lad, though surely not a high lot. Though I'm a nurse, you might do worse than make your boy a pilot. I was a stupid nursery maid, on breakers always steering, and I hadn't heard the word of right through being hard of hearing. Mistake in my instructions, which within my brain did gyrate, I took and bound the promising my apprentice to a pirate. 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 Well, you can understand how I got confused. A sad mistake it was to make and doom him to a pilot. I took him to a pirate too, instead of to a pilot. I soon found out beyond all doubt the scope of this disaster, but I hadn't the face to return to my place and break it to my master. A nursery maid is not afraid of what you people call work, so I made up my mind to go as a kind of piratical maid of all work. And that is how you find me now, a member of your Shylock, which you wouldn't have found had he been bound, a apprentice to a pilot. Pardon, Frederick, pardon!
Rise, sweet one. I have long pardoned you.
Those two words are so much alike.
They were. They still are, though years have rolled over their heads. But this afternoon, my obligation ceases. Individually, I love you all with affection unspeakable. But collectively, I look upon you with a disgust that amounts to absolute detestation. Oh, pity me, my beloved friends, for such is my sense of duty, that whence out of my indentures I shall feel to bound myself heart and soul to your extermination.
Poor lad! Poor lad!
Well, Frederick, if you conscientiously feel that it is your duty to destroy us, you cannot be mad at you for acting on that conviction. Always go in accordance with the dictates of your conscience, my boy, and chance the consequences.
Besides, we can offer you but little temptation to remain with us. We don't seem to make piracy pay. I'm sure I don't know why, but we don't.
I know why. But alas, I mustn't tell you. It wouldn't be right.
Why not, my boy? It's only 11:30, and you're one of us until that clock strikes 12.
True! And until then, you're bound to protect our interests.
Well then, it is my duty, as a pirate, to tell you that you are all too tender-hearted. For instance, you make a point of never attacking a weaker party than yourselves, and when you attack a stronger party, you invariably get thrashed.
Well! Yes, there is some truth in that.
And then again, you make a point of never attacking an orphan.
Yeah, of course. We're orphans ourselves, and we know what it is.
Yes, but it has got about, and what is the consequence? Everyone we capture says he's an orphan. The last 3 ships proved to be manned entirely by orphans. And so we had to let them go. One would think that Great Britain's mercantile navy was recruited solely from her orphan asylum. which we know is not the case.
But hang it all! You would have us absolutely merciless!
There's my difficulty. Until 12 o'clock I would. After 12 I wouldn't. Was ever a man placed in so delicate a situation?
And Ruth, your own Ruth, whom you love so well, and who has won her middle-aged way into your boyish heart. What is to become of her?
Well, he will take you with him.
Well, Ruth, I feel some little difficulty about you. It is true that I admire you very much, but I've been constantly at sea since I was 8 years old, and yours is the only woman's face I've seen during that time. I think it is a sweet face.
It is, oh it is.
I say I think it is. That is my impression. But as I've never had the opportunity of comparing you with other women, it is just possible I might be mistaken.
True.
What a terrible thing it would be if I were to marry this innocent person and then find out that she is, on the whole, plain.
Well, Ruth is very well indeed.
Yes, there are the remains of a fine woman about Ruth.
Do you really think so?
I do.
Then I will not be so selfish as to take her from you. In justice to her, and in consideration for you, I will leave her behind.
Oh, no, Frederick, this must not be. We are rough men. Rough life. We would not take thee of thy love. I know none here that would take thee of the inestimable treasure of what the world holds dear. Not one.
You're very good, I'm sure.
Well, the tide is here, and we must be off. Farewell, Frederick. When you start your process of extermination, let our deaths be swift and painless as you can make them.
I will. By the love I have for you, I swear it. Would that you could render this extermination unnecessary by accompanying me back to civilization.
No, Frederick, that must not be. I don't think much of our profession, but when it is contrasted with respectability, it is comparatively honest. Frederick, I shall live and die a pirate king! Oh, better far to live and die, under the brave black flag I fly. Than play a sanctimonious part for the pirate hand and a pirate heart. Away to the cheating world go you, where pirates are well-to-do. But I'll stay true to the song I sing, and live and die a pirate king. For I am a pirate king. And it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king. For I am a pirate king. You are a pirate king. And it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king.
It is a lovely pirate king, a lovely pirate king.
When I sally forth to seek my prey, I help myself in a royal way. I sink a few more shades, it's true, that a well-thought monarch ought to do. For many a king on a first-class throne, though he wants to call his crown his own, must manage somehow to get through more dirty work than ever I do. I am a pirate king. And it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king. For I am a pirate king. You are a pirate king. And it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king.
It is a lovely pirate king, a lovely pirate king.
Back to the ship!
Oh, Frederick, take me with you. I cannot live if I'm left behind.
Ruth, I will be quite candid with you. You are very dear to me, as you know. But I must be circumspect. You see, a lad of 21 usually looks for a wife of 17.
A wife of 17? You shall find me a wife of 1,000.
No, but I shall find you a wife of 47, and that is quite enough. Oh, Ruth, tell me candidly and without reserve, compared with other women, how are you?
I will answer you truthfully, dear master. I have a slight cold, but otherwise I am quite well.
Well, I'm sorry for your cold, but I was referring rather to your personal appearance. Compared with other women, are you beautiful?
I have been told so, dear master.
Ah, but lately.
Oh no, years and years and years ago.
Well, what do you think of yourself?
It's a delicate question, but I think I am a fine woman.
And that is your candid opinion.
I would be deceiving you if I told you otherwise.
Oh, thank you, Ruth. I believe you. For I am sure you would not practice upon my inexperience. I wish to do the right thing. And if you truly are a fine woman, then your age shall be no obstacle to our union. Hark! Surely I hear voices. Who has ventured to approach our all but inaccessible lair? Can it be Custom House? No, it does not sound like Custom House.
Confusion! It is the voices of young girls. If he is to see them, then I am lost.
By all that's marvelous! A bevy of beautiful maidens!
Lost, lost, lost!
Oh, how lovely! How surpassingly lovely is the plainest of them! What grace! What delicacy! Oh, what refinement! And Ruth told me she was beautiful. Oh, false one! You have deceived me!
I have deceived you!
Yes, deceived me. You told me you are fair as gold.
And master, am I not so?
And now I see you're plain and old.
I'm sure I'm not of Jotso.
Upon my innocence you play.
I'm not the one to plot so.
Your face is lined, your hair is gray.
It's gradually got so.
Faithless woman to deceive me, I who trusted so.
Master, master, do not leave me, here you go.
Faithless woman,
Master, master,
faithless woman,
master, master, do not leave me,
I who trusted so. Faithless woman to deceive me, I who trusted so.
love without reflecting, oh, do not be rejecting. Take a maiden tender, her affection raw and green. At very highest rating has been accumulating. Summer 17, summer 17. Don't be worried, master, scratch you from disaster. What would be uncomfortable that hour I have here? At very highest
As you are
rating
stating,
has been
accumulating.
47.
47 years.
47 years.
Faithless woman to deceive me, I who trusted so. Faithless
Master,
woman
do not leave me,
What shall I do before all these gentle maidens? I cannot show in this alarming costume. No, no, I must remain in close concealment until I can appear in decent clothing.
climbing over rocky mountains, skipping rivers and mountain, passing where the willows river, passing where the willows river by the ever-rolling river, slowing down the summer rain, cutting down every 3 days, and starting with a numbered daisies, starting with a numbered daisies, spreading over like a message like a heart still the rising shore again. Let us gaily tread the measure, make the most of fleeting leisure, hail it as our true ally, though it perish by and by. Hail it as our true ally, though it perish by and by. Every moment praise a treasure of its own especial pleasure, though the moments quickly
they die. Rate them gaily as they fly. Rate them gaily as they fly. As they die, rate them gaily as they fly. Far away from toil and care, traveling in fresh sea air, here we live and reign alone, in a world that's all our own. Here in this our rocky den, far away from mortal men, we'll be queens and make decrees. They may honor them who please. They'll be queens and make decrees. They may honor them who please. Let us gaily travel measure, the most of fleeting pleasure. Let us watch travel along, but perish by and by. Let us watch travel along, perish by and by. Let us watch What a picturesque spot! I wonder where we are.
And I wonder where Papa is. How we left him ever so far behind.
Oh, do not worry. He will be here presently. Remember, poor Papa is not as young as we are, and we came over a rather difficult country. But how thoroughly delightful it is to be so entirely alone. Well, in all probability, we are the first human beings who have ever walked this enchanting spot. Except for the mermaids. It is the very place for mermaids, who are only human beings to the waist down.
And who can't be said strictly to set foot anywhere. Tails they may, but feet they cannot.
But what shall we do until Papa and the servants arrive with the luncheon?
We are quite alone, and the sea is as smooth as glass. Suppose we take off our shoes and stockings and paddle?
Yes, that's the very thing!
Stop, ladies, pray.
Amen!
I had intended not to intrude myself upon your notice in this effective but alarming costume. But under these peculiar circumstances, it is my bounden duty to inform you that your proceedings will not be unwitnessed.
But who are you, Sir Speed?
I am a pirate.
A pirate horror!
Ladies, do not shun me. This evening I renounce my vile profession, and to that end, O pure and peerless maidens, O blushing bards of ever-blooming beauty, I sore at heart, implore your kind assistance.
How pitiful his tale!
How rare his beauty!
How pitiful his tale! How rare his beauty!
Oh, is there not one maiden breast which does not feel the moral beauty of making worthy interest subordinate to sense of duty? Who would not give up willingly a match one as I, from his unfortunate position, from his position, to rescue such a one as I, from his unfortunate position.
Alas, there's not one maiden breast which seems to be the moral beauty of making one interest some wonderment of sense of duty.
Oh, is there not one maiden here whose homely face and bad complexion has caused all hope to disappear of ever winning man's affection? To such a one, if such there be, I swear by heaven's arch above you, if you will cast your eyes on me, however plain you be, I love you. However plain you be, if you will cast your eyes on me, however plain you be, I love you. I love you. I love you.
Alas, there's not one maiden here whose homely face and bad complexion have caused all hope to disappear of ever winning man's affection.
Not one,
No, no, not one.
not one.
No, no. Yes, one. Maybell. Yes, 'tis me. Abel. Oh, sisters deaf to pity's name, for shame! It's true that he has gone astray, but pray, is that all reason good and true? Why you should all be deaf to pity's name? The question is, had he not been a thing of beauty, would she be swayed by quite as keen a sense of duty? For shame! For shame! For shame, poor wandering one, though thou hast surely strayed, take heart of grace, thy steps retrace, poor wandering one. Poor wandering one, if such poor love as mine
says we ought to stay, while sympathy exclaims, free them from your tether, play at little games, and leave them here together.
Her case may any day be yours, my dear, or mine. Let her make her hay while the sun doth shine. Let us compromise. Our hearts are not of leather. Let us shut our eyes and talk about the weather. Yes, yes, let's talk about the weather. Beautifully blue the sky, the glass is rising very high. Continue fine, I hope it may, and yet it rained but yesterday. Tomorrow it may pour again, I hear the country once again. People say I know not why that we shall have a warm July. Tomorrow it may pour again, I hear the country once again. People say I know not why that we shall have a warm July. Tomorrow it may pour again, I hear the country once again. Beautifully blue the sky, the glass is rising very high. Continue fine, I hope it may, and yet it rained but yesterday. Tomorrow it may pour again, I hear the country once again. People say I know not why that we shall have a warm July. Tomorrow it may pour again, I hear the country once again. People say I know not why that we shall have a warm July. Tomorrow it may pour again, I hear the country once again. Continue fine, I hope it may, and yet it rained but yesterday. Tomorrow it may pour again, I hear the country once again. Beautiful blue the sky, the glass is rising very high. Continue fine, I hope it may, and yet it rained but yesterday. Tomorrow it may pour again, I hear the country once again. We shall have a warm July. We shall have a warm July.
Stay, we must not lose our senses. Men who stick at no offences will anon be here. Piracy, the dreadful trade is. Pray you get your Henson ladies while the coast is clear.
No, we must not lose our senses. If we stick at no offences, we should not be here. Piracy, the dreadful trade is. Nice companions for the ladies. Let us dissolve.
Opportunity to get married with impunity and indulge in the felicity of unbounded domesticity, which will quickly be personified, conjugally matrimonified by a doctor of divinity who is located in this vicinity.
We have just about virginity, but it's going to raise impunity. So for us, we love felicity of our virgin domesticity, which will quickly be personified, conjugally matrimonified by a doctor of divinity who is located in this vicinity. By a doctor of divinity who resides in this vicinity. By a doctor of divinity. This vicinity.
Halt, monsters! Ere your pirate caravanserai proceed against our will to wed us all, just bear in mind that we are wards in chancery and father is a major general.
We'd better pause, or danger may befall. Their father is a major general.
Yes, yes, he is a major general.
Yes, yes, I am a major general.
For he is a major general.
He is often a major general.
And it is a glorious thing to be a major general.
It is so often a major general, often a major general.
I am the very model of a modern major general. I've information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England, and I quote the fights historical from Marathon to Waterloo in order categorical. Oh, maestro. I'm very
well acquainted with matters mathematical.
Oh, thank you. I'm very well acquainted too with matters mathematical. I understand equations, both the simple and quadratical. About my noble theorem, I am teeming with a lot of news. I forgot again. I got it. With many triple facts about the square of the hypotenuse.
With many triple facts about the square of the hypotenuse. With many triple facts about the square of the hypotenuse. With many triple facts about the square of the hypotenuse.
I'm very good at integral and differential calculus. I know the scientific names of beings are immaculate. In short, it matters vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern major general.
In short, it matters vegetable, animal, and mineral. He is the very model of a modern major general.
I know our mythic history, King Arthur and Sir Caradox. I answer hard acrostics, I've a pretty face, paradox. I quote in elegiacs all the crimes of Heliogabalix. In conics I can floor particularities, parabolas. Then I can tune by ear the strings upon an Aeolian harp, and I can tell the markings of the first edition Charizard. I know each tale by Chancer Grimm, Scheherazade, and Anderson. Ugh. You know, I've performed this song every night to my children for 67 years, and it has not gotten easier, let me tell you, kind sir.
You got this, Papa?
Oh, this is one of the new ones. Got it. And spit the rhymes from Lin-Manuel Miranda's Hit Joe Hamilton.
And spit the rhymes from Lin-Manuel Miranda's Hit Joe Hamilton. And spit the rhymes from Lin-Manuel Miranda's Hit Joe Hamilton. And spit the rhymes from Lin-Manuel Miranda's Hit Joe Hamilton.
Then I can write a washing bill in Babylonic cuneiform and tell you every detail of the Mandalorian's uniform. Short it matters vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern major general.
In short it matters vegetable, animal, and mineral. He is the very model of a modern major general.
My victory garden's teeming with Brassica odorachia, and I can map the arteries, both femoral and brachial. When baking cakes, I know my Genoese sponge from my angel food. On Twitter, I use nuance, so my points cannot be misconstrued. Oh, I like that one. Do you like that one?
No.
Oh, I had another moment. Maestro? All right, I have been known to marvel in the cinematic universe. I just recited all this in octometer heroic verse. In times of plague, I wear a mask and wash my hands most zealously. No! I got this one. Oh, got it! And I can reconnect on Zoom and not look like I fell asleep!
And he can reconnect on Zoom and not look like he fell asleep. And he can reconnect on Zoom and not look like he fell asleep. And he can reconnect on Zoom and not look like he fell asleep.
For my military knowledge, though I'm plucky and adventuring, has only been brought down to the beginning of last century. But still it matters vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern major general.
In short, it matters vegetable, animal, and mineral. He is the very model of a modern major general.
that I have introduced myself, I should like to have some idea of what is going on.
Permit me. I will explain in 2 words. We propose to marry your daughters.
Oh dear.
Against our wills, Papa! Against our wills!
Oh, but you mustn't do that. I say, dear gentlemen, this is a picturesque uniform, but I'm not quite familiar with it. What are you?
We're single gentlemen.
Yes, I gathered such. Anything else?
No, nothing else.
Papa! Don't believe them, they are pirates. The Pirates of Penzance.
The Pirates of Penzance!
The Pirates of Penzance!
I think I have heard of them.
All except this gentleman, who was a pirate once, but who is out on his endeavors today, and who means to lead a blameless life evermore.
Oh, but I object to pirates as sons-in-laws.
Well, we object to Major Generals as father-in-laws, but we waive that point. We don't press it, we look over it.
Ha! An idea. And you mean to tell me that you would leave me without the props in my old age to go through the rest of my short life unfriended, unprotected, and alone?
Well, yeah, that's the idea.
I tell you, have you ever known what it is to be an orphan?
Oh, dash it all! Here we are again.
I ask you, have you ever known what it is to be an orphan?
Often.
Yes, I ask you, have you ever known what it is to be one?
I say, often.
Often, often, often!
I don't think we quite understand one another. I ask you, have you ever known what it is to be an orphan? And then you say, often, often, often. As I understand you, you are merely repeating what I said, just to show that you understand me.
I did not repeat the word often.
Excuse me, but you did.
I only repeated it once,
Yeah, but you did repeat it.
but not often.
Oh, I think I see where we are getting confused. When I say often, I mean a man who has lost his penance. When you say often, do you mean often? Frequently?
Oh, I beg pardon. I see what you mean. Frequently.
So you said often, frequently.
No, only once.
Yes! You said often, frequently. Only once. A man of dark and dismal fate, forego your cruel employ. Have pity on my lowly state. I am an orphan boy.
An orphan boy.
An orphan boy.
How sad, an orphan boy.
These children whom you see are all that I can call my own.
Poor fellow.
Take them away from me, and I shall be indeed alone.
Poor fellow.
If pity you can feel, leave me my sorry, remaining joy. See, at our feet they kneel, our hearts you cannot steal. Against the sad tale of the lonely
cannot steal against the sad, sad tale of the lonely orphan boy, the orphan boy, the orphan boy. See, at our feet they kneel, our hearts we cannot steal against the tale of the lonely orphan boy, poor fellow.
I'm telling a terrible story, but it doesn't diminish my glory. For they would have taken my daughters over the billowy waters if I hadn't an elegant diction, imposed in an innocent fiction, which is not in the same category as telling a regular terrible story.
If he's telling a terrible story, he shall die by death that is glory. Yes, one of the tameless monsters over the billowy waters. It is easy and elegant diction to call it an innocent fiction,
But it comes in the same category as telling a regular terrible story.
it's easy and elegant diction to call it an innocent fiction, but it comes in the same category as telling a regular story. Although our dark career sometimes involves the crime of stealing, we'd rather think that we're not altogether void of feeling. Although we live by strife, we're always sorry to begin it. For what we ask is life without a touch of poetry in it. Hail poetry, thou hand-born maid, thou gildest seal the pirate's trade. Hail flowing fount of sentiment. All hail, divine emollient. You may go, for you're at liberty, for our pirate rules protect you, and honorary members of our band, we do elect you.
For he is an orphan boy.
He is the love of the orphan boy.
And it sometimes is a useful thing to be an orphan boy.
It is a rock of the orphan boy, a rock of the orphan boy. Oh, happy day with joyous ring, we will obey him and begin. Should it be for the fish and sleep, the sisters all will right things be. Should it be for the fish and sleep, the sisters all will right things be.
Oh, master, hear one word I do implore you. Remember Ruth, your Ruth who kneels before you.
Yes, yes, remember Ruth, who kneels before you.
Away, you did deceive me.
Away, you did deceive him.
Oh, do not leave me.
Oh, do not leave her.
Away, you grieve me.
Away, you grieve him.
I wish you'd leave me.
We wish you leave him.
Preserve the magnanimity we display to listen dignity.
unbounded domesticity. The doctor of divinity is located in this vicinity.
It's a magnanimity, in this place to place sedimity, and we want such opportunity to get married with impunity. We give up the felicity of unbounded domesticity. The doctor of divinity is located in this vicinity.
The doctor of divinity resides in this vicinity. The doctor of divinity in this vicinity.
conscience to say something that will relieve my father's sorrow?
I will try, dear Mabel. But why does he sit here night after night in this draughty old ruin?
Why do I sit here? To escape from the pirate's clutches, I described myself as an orphan, and heaven help me, I am no orphan. I came here to pray to my family's tombs. going to ask their pardon upon me for bringing dishonor upon the family escutcheon.
But you forget, sir, you only bought the property a year ago, and the stucco in your baronial hall is ghastly dry.
Frederick, in this chapel are ancestors. You cannot deny that. With the estate, I bought the chapel and its contents. I do not know whose ancestors they were, but I know whose ancestors they are, and I shudder to think that their descendant by purchase, if I may so describe myself, should have brought dishonor upon what I must assume is an unstained escutcheon.
Be comforted, for had you not acted as you did, these reckless men would assuredly have called in the nearest clergyman and married your large family on the spot.
Oh, my gentle friend, I thank thee, but your proffered solace is unavailing. Such is the anguish and despair I feel at the lie I told, that I could go down this very night to those dim-witted pirates and their tall, stupid king, and describe all that I had done to them if I was not afraid the consequences would be most disastrous to myself. At what time do your men arrive?
At 11, and before midnight, I hope to have atoned for my involuntary association with the pestilent scourges by sweeping them from the face of the earth. And then, dear Mabel, you will be mine.
Are your men at hand?
They are. They only await my orders.
Then, Frederick, let your escort lion-hearted be summoned to receive a general's blessing, and they depart upon their dread adventure.
Dear sir, they come.
There is nothing rings it round like the trumpet's martial sound, like the trumpet's martial sound. Ta-da, 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 ta-da,
on the risks that on us press, and a reference a lack to our chance of coming back. Still, perhaps it would be wise not to carp or criticize, for it's very evident these attentions are well meant. It's very evident these attentions are well meant. Evident, yes, well meant. Evident, ah, yes, well meant. When the foreman hears us sing ta-da-ta-da-ta-da-ta-da, comfort only ta-da-ta-da, and we find the wisest thing ta-da-ta-da-ta-da-ta-da is to slap our chests and sing ta-da-ta-da.
Now for the pirate's lair. Oh, joy unbounded, oh, sweet relief, oh, rapture and example. At last I'm at home in some slight measure for the repeated acts of theft and pillage, of which at a sense of duty stand dictation. I, circumstances a victim, have been guilty.
Young Frederick,
Who calls
your late commander,
And I, your little Ruth,
oh, mad intruders, how dare ye face me? Know ye not, O rash ones, that I have doomed you to extermination?
have mercy on us, ere us ere you slaughter.
I do not think I ought to listen to you, yet mercy should alloy us and resentment. And so I will be merciful. Say on.
when you had left our pirates' fold, we tried to raise our spirits faint, according to our customs old, with quips and quibbles quaint. But all in vain the quips we heard, we laid it summed up on the rocks, until to somebody occurred a startling paradox.
A paradox.
A paradox, a most ingenious paradox. We've quips and quibbles heard in flocks, but none to beat this paradox.
A paradox, a paradox, a most ingenious paradox. This paradox.
We knew your case for curious whips, for clanks and contracts, dictions queer, and with the laughter on our lips, we wish you there to hear. We said if we could tell it him, oh, Frederick would the joke enjoy. And so we've risked both life and limb to tell it to our boy.
A paradox.
A paradox, a most incurious paradox, with quips and quibbles heard in flocks, but none to beat this paradox.
A paradox, a paradox, a most ingenious paradox. This paradox.
for some ridiculous reason, which I have no desire to disloyal, some person in authority,
Who?
I don't know who, very likely the astronomer royal, has decided that although for such a beastly month as February, 28 days as a rule are plenty, 1 in every 4 years his days shall be reckoned as 9 and 20. Though, through some singular coincidence, I shouldn't be surprised if it were owing to the agency of an ill-natured fairy. You,
Me?
are the victim of this clumsy arrangement, being born in leap year on the 29th of February. So, through a simple mathematical process, you'll easily discover that though you live 21 years, yet if we go by birthdays, you're only 5 and a little bit over.
Dear me, let's see. Yes, yes, with your my figures do agree. How quaint the ways of paradox, at common sense she gaily mocks. Though counting in the usual way, year 21 I've been alive. Yet reckoning by my natal day, yet reckoning by my natal day. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am a little boy of 5.
He is a little boy of 5.
A paradox, a paradox, a words in genius. This paradox, curious paradox, almost ingenious paradox. Upon my word, this is most curious, most absurdly whimsical. 5 1/4. No one would think it to look at me.
You'll be glad now, I'll be bound, that you spared us, for you would have never forgiven yourself when you had found out you would have killed 2 of your comrades.
My comrades.
You don't understand the delicacy of your position. You were apprenticed to us.
Until I reach my 21st year.
No! Until you reach your 21st birthday. And going by birthdays, you're only 5 1/4.
You don't mean to say you're going to hold me to that.
No, no. We merely remind you of the fact and leave the rest to your sense of duty.
Your sense of duty!
Oh, don't put it on that footing. As I was merciful to you just now, be merciful to me. I implore you not to insist on the letter of your bond, just as the cup of happiness is at my lips.
We insist on nothing. We content ourselves only to remind you your sense of duty!
Oh, duty!
Well then, you have appealed to my sense of duty, and my duty is only too clear. Oh, I abhor your infamous calling. I shudder at the thought to think I've ever been mixed up with it. But duty before all. And at any price, I will do my duty.
Bravely spoken. Come, you are one of us once more.
Lead on, I follow.
Oh, horror!
What is the matter?
Ought I to tell you? No, I mustn't. And yet, as one of your band,
Speak out! I charge you with such conscientiousness, that we have never appealed in vain.
General Stanley,
Yes?
the father of my Mabel,
Yes, yes.
he escaped on you on the plea that he was an orphan.
He did! Yes, that's correct, he did.
Oh, it breaks my heart to betray the honored father of the girl I adore.
Break it.
But as your apprentice, I have no alternative. It is my duty to tell you that General Stanley is no orphan.
What?
And more than that, he never was one.
Are you to tell me that to save his contemptible life, he dared to practice on our credulous simplicity?
Uh-huh.
Our revenge shall be swift and terrible. Yes. I will go collect our bed, and we will attack Tremorton Castle this very night.
Yes!
But stay!
Not a word! He is doomed! Away, away, my heart's on fire. I burn this base deception to repay. This very night, my vacant desire shall gulp itself away, away, away.
Away, away, ere I expire, I find my duty hard to do today. My heart is filled with anguish dire, it threatens to the core away, away.
With false and foul he tricked us to his wives. The king has tired the pilot, so decide. Our nature stern he softened with his lies, and in return tonight the traitor dies.
Yes, yes, tonight the traitor dies.
Yes, yes, tonight the traitor dies.
Tonight he dies.
Yes, or early tomorrow.
His girls likewise.
They were rooted in sorrow.
The ones of spot.
In their ages they cherish.
And all who plot
To us shall perish.
tonight he dies, yes, or early tomorrow. His girls likewise will weather in sorrow. The ones of father nature shall cherish, and all who plot to abuse it shall perish. Away, 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 tonight the traitor dies. Away, away, tonight, 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 the traitor dies. Tonight,
Away.
All is prepared. Your gallant crew awaits you. My Frederick in tears. It cannot be that lion hearts quails at the coming conflict.
No, Mabel, no. A terrible disclosure has just been made. Mabel, my dearly loved one, I bound myself to serve the pirate captain until I reach my 120th birthday.
But you are 21.
I've just discovered that I was born in a leap year, and that birthday will not be reached by me till 2084.
Oh, horrible catastrophe appalling.
And so farewell.
Frederick, hear me. Stay, Frederick, stay. They have no legal claim. No shadow of a shame will fall upon thy name. Stay, Frederick, stay.
Nay, Mabel, nay, tonight I quit these walls. The thought my soul upholds, but when stern duty calls, I must obey.
Stay, Frederick,
Nay,
stay.
Mabel, nay,
They have no claim.
but duty's name,
No
but
shadow
my soul
of a
upholds,
shame
but
will
when
fall
stern
upon
duty
thy
calls,
name. Stay, Frederick, stay.
I must obey. In 2084 age I shall be, I'll then return and claim you, I declare it.
It seems so long.
Swear that till then you'll be true to me.
Yes, I'll be strong. By all the Stanley dead and gone, I swear it.
Oh, here is love, and here is truth, and here is proof of joyous laughter. She will be faithful to pursue till we are wed and even after. Oh, here is love, and here is truth.
Oh, here is love, and here is truth.
She will be faithful to
We will be
pursue
faithful to us.
till we are wed and even after.
Till we are wed.
And even after.
Yes, even after.
Oh, here is love, and here is truth, and here is proof of joyous laughter. She will be faithful to us too.
Till we are wed and even after.
She will be faithful to us too, till we are wed and even after. Oh, here is love, and here is truth. Oh, here is love, here is love.
pleasant way of putting it.
No matter. He will not so lead you, for he has allied himself with his old associates.
He has acted shamefully.
You speak falsely. You know nothing about it. He has acted nobly.
He has acted nobly.
Dearly as I loved him before, his heroic sacrifice to his sense of duty has endeared him to me tenfold. He has done his duty, I will do mine. Now go ye and do yours.
Right.
This is perplexing.
We cannot understand it at all.
Still, as he is actuated by a sense of duty.
That makes a difference, of course. At the same time, we repeat, we cannot understand it at all.
No matter. Our course is clear. We must do our best to capture these pirates alone. It is most distressing to us to be the agents whereby our erring fellow creatures are deprived of that liberty which is so dear to us all. But we should have thought of that before we joined the force.
We should.
Well, too late now. When a felon's not engaged in his employment, or maturing his felonious little plans, his capacity for innocent enjoyment, is just as great as any honest man's. Our feelings we with difficulty smothered, when constabulary duties to be done, I take one consideration with another. A policeman's lot is not a happy one. Oh, when constabulary duties to be done, a policeman's lot is not a happy one. When the enterprising burglar's not a burglin', when the cutthroat isn't occupied in crime, he loves to hear the little brook a-gurglin', and listen to the merry village chime. When the coster's finished jumping on his mother, he loves to lie basking in the sun. I take one consideration with another. A policeman's lot is not a happy one. Oh, when constabulary duties to be done, a policeman's lot is not a happy one. Happy one!
A rollicking band of piracy, tired of tossing on the sea, are trying ahead of burglary, of weapons grim and gory.
Hush, hush, I hear them on the manor poaching. With stealthy steps the pirates are approaching.
We are not coming for plate or gold, a story General Stanley told. We seek a penalty 50-fold for General Stanley's story.
They seek a penalty
50-fold, we seek a penalty
50-fold. We seek a penalty 50-fold
for General Stanley's story.
They come in force with stealthy stride. Our obvious course is now to hide.
With cat-like tread, upon our prey we steal,
pirate keeps, while all the household soundly sleeps. Come, friends, to plow the sea, choose to navigation, take another station. Let's very piracy, with the lips of burglary. Come, friends, to plow the sea, choose to navigation, take another station. Let's very piracy, with the lips of burglary.
Is your crowbar and your centribit, your life preserver, you may want to hit your silent matches, your dark lantern seas. Take your foil and your tonic keys.
Cat like tread, a silent tread. With cat-like tread, upon our prey we steal. In silent dread, a cautious way we feel. No sound at all, we never speak a word. A fly's footfall would be distinctly heard. Come, friends, who plow the sea, choose to navigation, take another station. Let's very piracy, with the lips of burglary. The cat-like tread, upon our prey we steal. In silent dread, a cautious way we feel.
Hush, hush, not a word. I see a light inside. The Major General comes. So quickly hide.
Yes, yes.
The Major General comes.
Yes, yes, the Major General comes.
Yes, yes. The Major General comes, tormented with the anguish dread of falsehood unatoned. I lay upon my sleepless bed and tossed and turned and groaned. The man who finds his conscience ache no sleep at all enjoys. And as I lay in bed awake, I thought I heard a noise.
He thought he heard a noise. Ha ha!
No, all is still on Dale on here. My mind is set at ease. So still the scene, it must have been the sighing of the breeze.
What is this and what is that and why does Father leave us dressed at such a time of night as this, so very incompletely dressed? And Father is and always was the most methodical of men. Is it very awful rules and looks from bed and madness? What strange occurrence can it be that caused your father from his rest at such a time of night as this, so very incompletely dressed? So very incompletely dressed at such a time of night.
Forward, my men, and seize that general there, for his life is over.
Pirates of despair.
Yes, we're the pirates of despair.
Frederick here, oh joy, oh rapture, summon your men and effect their capture.
Frederick, save us.
Beautiful Mabel, I would if I could, but I am not able.
He's telling the truth, he is not able.
With base deceit, you've worked upon our feelings. Revenge is sweet and favors all our dealings. With courage rare and resolution manly, for death prepare, unhappy General Stanley.
Is he to die, unshriven and annealed? Oh, spare him! Will no one in his cause a weapon wield? Oh, spare him!
Yes, we are here, though hitherto concealed. So to constabulary pirates yield. To gain a brief advantage you've contrived, for your proud triumph will not be long-lived.
Don't say you're orphaned, for we know that game.
On your allegiance we've a stronger claim. We charge you yield. We charge you yield. In Queen Victoria's name.
You do.
We do. We charge you yield. In Queen Victoria's name.
We yield at once with harmony, because with all our fault we love our queen.
Yes, yes, with all their faults they love their queen.
Yes, yes, with all their faults they love their queen.
Away with them and place them at the bar.
One moment, let me tell you who they are. They are no members of the common throng. They are all noblemen who have gone wrong. They are all noblemen who have gone wrong.
No Englishman unmoved that statement hears, because with all our faults we love our haunts of peace. I pray you pardon me, ex-pirate king. Peers will be peers, and youth will have its fling. Resume your ranks and legislative duties, and take my daughters, all of whom are beauties.
At length we are provided with unusual facility to change piratic crime to dignified respectability.
Combined, we needn't say, with the unparalleled felicity of what we have been longing for, unbounded domesticity.
Tomorrow morning early we shall quickly be personified.
Harmoniously coupled, conjugally matrimonified.
And that shall be accomplished by the Doctor of Divinity, who happily resides in the immediate vicinity.
Who happily resides in the immediate vicinity. Who happily resides in the immediate vicinity. Who What is